Like I've been to therapy 6 times in my lifetime. So it took for me, even with striving and being positive for other people and always being there and no one being there for me, is like it took for me to go heal myself.
Correct.
Like I had to learn what it means to heal, what it means to love myself, but but also what it means to continue to be a leader for other people, because I understand that most people don't have anybody to look up to. Most people don't have anybody to say anything positive to them.
Talk your talk.
Most people don't really understand how great and how blessed it is to have somebody to mentor them, to show them how, what life is when they decide to change. But it really also started with habits. I had to learn how to create better habits instead of the habits of basically like in survival mode.
What is holding on when it feels like all is falling? How do I reach out when I feel I'm all alone? When I feel all alone. How do I move on when you're the one I put my trust in? All you require me is only just believe. I'm covered by your grace again, all washed up and cleansed from sin. No longer will the devil win. You've gave me victory.
Welcome to the Art of Rebounding, where setbacks become setups and your bounce back is your breakthrough. I'm your host, Harold Lefty Williams, former pro athlete, motivator, and believer in second chances. Each week, we'll dive deep into stories and strategies built on positioning, persistence, and purpose to help you rise, rebuild, and reclaim your next chapter. Now, this isn't just a regular podcast. It's your permission to rise again, and this time with purpose. Super duper excited for my guest today. I'm excited about every guest. Let's just be honest, right? I'm excited about every guest. However, I'm excited about this guest because by DNA, he's my blood. He's my cousin, but we're more like brothers, which I can really appreciate. And anytime you get a chance to share a meal, share a conversation, share any, meaningful moments with your family, it's always, 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 always exciting and always going to be great. So he is a life coach. He is a author. He is a educational
Guru.
Thank you. And he's so many other things. So many other things. I'm going to get right to it. Welcome to the show, Larice Peoples.
What's up, my
What's
guy?
up, my guy? You good?
Yeah, man. It's happy to be
I'm
here.
so sorry. I'm messing up so much because you do so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, I'm super duper proud of you. I'm super duper proud of you because you continue to evolve. You continue to reshape, reform. I feel like you're more like a transformer and there's no lane that you can't run in. You know what I'm saying? I remember when you were like, man, I'm getting ready to do this, and you did it.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm getting ready to do this, and you did it. Most people talk about it, but you actually be about it.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing, though. People look at the story, but they see the glory, but they don't know the story.
Yeah.
They don't know where it all started. And for you, it could have went a whole different way.
Uh-huh.
Take us back to the beginning. Let's briefly go to the beginning, and let's talk about that moment where it was a fork in the road, and you could have gone that way and continue to go that way.
Yeah.
But you decided, you had other plans. You decided, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this. Floor is yours.
I mean, it really started from like a young age, where growing up without a father, single parent, 4 kids. And, what ends up happening is that you kind of start running with the wrong crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And during that time, is that I'm running with friends, but not really doing the things that they do, as far as like illegal things.
Mm-hmm.
And so what ended up happening is that I got caught in 2 situations with my friends, just being at the wrong place at the wrong time, where it was that I can't say we, but at that time got busted for possession of a controlled substance within a school zone twice.
Man.
With the same association of people. I guess I didn't learn my lesson the first time, so I continued to hang with them. And throughout that time, I was faced with 20 years in prison.
Jeez.
20 years, the judge said he can give me 20 years in prison. But because of my character, because of my positive mindset, because of the way I carried myself, he gave me 5 years probation. You know, it wasn't just me. It was my mom praying, I'm praying, but literally I was a good steward in the community. So with that being said, is that it just allows me to understand that you have to make better decisions with yourself. And it also allowed me to understand that your environment really dictates your success.
No, it does. It's like my buddy Shabazz the OG. Shout out to Shabazz. He has a program called 3 to 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You got to take 3 to 30 seconds to think about your decision making, or you could spend 3 to 30 years in prison as a result of that. So so the judge gave you an opportunity. First of all, you didn't have what we would call a bad jacket, meaning you weren't like a repeat offender and all those type of things. You get probation. You decide, this is it for me. I'm done. Where'd you pivot to?
At that time, I pivoted to go to college because, you know, during the 90s, you either had three choices. Either go to go to the Army, go to the military. If you stay at home, you have to get a job and pay bills, or you go to college. So I chose to go to college. And even then, my college journey was such a tough journey because I'm going in college in survival mode because I didn't know what to do. I was the first generation to actually go to college and say, hey, this is my decision. Not
just go to in your immediate family, the first to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And so what ends up happening is that even throughout that struggle, there was a lot of ups and downs because I didn't know anything. I was just going because they say that's where you're supposed to go. But I felt I was faced with adversity even there because of college is like a bigger high school, so it's still bullies.
Right.
You know, so I'm dealing with bullies. I'm dealing with trying to understand how to go to college, how to be a student, how to also pay to go to college because I didn't have any scholarship. I didn't stay on campus because it was too expensive. So I had to get a job. So I'm working 40 hours. I'm taking 21 credit hours in school. Second year of college, I decided to play football in college. So my life was just jam-packed with how to survive in life without having any tools to survive and having nobody to guide me and educate me. And even those individuals I would ask for help, they couldn't help me because they didn't even know.
Right. And here's the thing, how I knew you were made for more and how I knew you were just built different. Not only were you in school, finishing school, you were working full time and you were an athlete.
Yeah.
And you were pledging, you were online.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Shout out to your fraternity, man. Go ahead.
Alpha Phi Alpha.
I'm like,
you already know.
I'm like, man. I'm like, I mean, so it was just like, it's mindset.
Yeah.
Would you say that's when you understood so I say all of life takes place in between your two ears.
Absolutely.
And so it's the foundation of what you tell yourself becomes the fruit of what you end up seeing and living out externally.
Yeah.
Right. So would you say you had to have a pretty strong mindset?
Definitely have to have a strong mindset, but you also have to have the determination, you know, because what I saw life as is that I always wanted a life better than my parents. So that was the reaching goal of life is that no matter what I do, I want to have a life that's better than my parents. And that's really just going to get a higher education, getting out of the street, making sure that I'm able to not only just live in survival mode, but live in a mode where my mindset is all about growth. My mindset is about loving myself, learning how to basically not just survive in life, but thrive in life. Because too many times, you know, people just surviving. But I made a choice that I want to survive. I want to actually thrive in life.
What's going on? I hope everyone's enjoying the podcast. Listen, I have a brand new hot honey that's getting ready to come out. That's right. You heard it right. Hot honey. Harold Lefty Williams hot honey. Listen, when flavor meets fire, legends are made. and this is what we put together. I've teamed up with Creative Fire Kiln and Kitchen, and we came up with the Honey Bee Hotness. This is amazing. Shout out to Creative Fire Kiln and Kitchen. Thank you for the opportunity to have this collab and have my own Honeybee Hotness. For more information on this, go to honeybeehotness.com. honeybeehotness.com. Like, share, comment on this episode. Hope you're enjoying it. Now back to the show. Well, you're one of the most positive people that I know. One of the most positive people that I'm around, and I really, really, really appreciate you. And sometimes, because I don't know about you, but this happens to me often, like often. I'm just being very transparent. I'm not gonna, pretend that this doesn't happen to me. Oftentimes, you're leading while bleeding, and what I mean by that is you have a pioneer calling, a pioneer purpose on your life, and you're leading, and then you deal with personal things, but then you still hooking other people up to your tow truck, to you, and you're carrying people through to places like, come on, this is the way. How'd you get through that? Because I know for me, it's taken a lot of time for me to process a lot of that to get to the other side of it, to where I am now. How'd you do that?
It was tough. I mean, the biggest thing, like I tell people throughout my journey, is that like I've been to therapy 6 times in my lifetime. So it took for me, even with striving and being positive for other people and always being there and no one being there for me, is like it took for me to go heal myself.
Correct.
Like I had to learn what it means to heal, what it means to love myself, but but also what it means to continue to be a leader for other people, because I understand that most people don't have anybody to look up to. Most people don't have anybody to say anything positive to them.
Talk your talk.
Most people don't really understand how great and how blessed it is to have somebody to mentor them, to show them how, what life is when they decide to change. But it really also started with habits. I had to learn how to create better habits. Instead of the habits of basically like in survival mode, I had to learn how to communicate better. I had to learn how to manage my time. One of the biggest things is self-healing. Understand like what is it that I'm worth in my life? And like I tell all my clients is that you have to learn how to love yourself more than you love anything and everybody else. Because if you want to provide not only just financially, but mentally, spiritually, you have to say, how do I get the recharge?
Right.
My recharge is that, hey, I take time for myself. That healing process of the 8 years or 6 times I went to therapy, that was a big jump. But also I had to basically give credit to my wife. Like if it wasn't for her, like she changed me too. The kids changed me. So all those things allow me to be the person that I am. It goes back to environment. Like when I talk to you as a brother, just as family, as a person that I really care about, I'm like, I appreciate you. I appreciate great conversation. I appreciate the brothers and sisters that I surround myself with that supports me in my time of need. And even though it's like a roller coaster, I tell people, you have your ups and your downs, but you have to also understand your purpose. My purpose is to serve people. My purpose is to pull out greatness within people. My purpose is to let you know, hey, don't worry about right now, but just understand that your blessing, your faith, and your mission is on the way. And that's what people need to hear. They need to believe in who they are and what they're capable of doing. So I live a life of just like, hey, don't worry about it, bro. Hey, let's talk. There's no such thing as a stranger to me.
You do it to me all the time, so I know.
Like literally, I'm like, you good? And I want people to understand that I'm not here to judge. I'm here to build people, because most of the time, most people are not comfortable talking. But I will let you know, it's okay. And I let everybody know, you're not the only person that's going through what you're going through. Let me give you some insight. And I'll be the first to tell my story anytime to make them feel comfortable. Yeah, I was faced with 20 plus years before 18 years old. Yeah, I didn't have nobody who was able to help me go to college, and I had to fight and I had to struggle and I had to survive. Yeah, I had a DUI. Yeah, I had jobs that basically let me go because of they couldn't manage me because of my intellect. I lost promotion because of people felt as if like, oh, they felt intimidated by who I was as a person. But that's just life. And you have to ask yourself, how do you continue to build yourself throughout your life? And it's basically just not stopping.
One of the things that I like is that through a lot of you building yourself, you started like I don't even know if that's the proper name. I just know the time. You started like a 5 a.m. club, And,
The workout club.
and I'm looking up and I'm like, man, and you started your diaries. What's up, people?
Yeah.
And so I realized right away that, so this is how God would have it, which is so interesting to me, right? Your last name is Peoples.
Mm-hmm.
So you are literally for the people.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
And you built, and you got a whole bunch of people around you in the weight room. You went from that, and we're not even going to get into, I used to lift bodybuilding, your not your training, when you're competing.
Competition.
Your competition,
Yeah.
excuse me, thank you. We ain't going to get into that, but you went from building the people to building the people's lifestyle brand.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
The one thing, I value my name because my name resonates with just people in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell myself that this name means something.
Mm-hmm.
And so everything I do, I have to represent my name,
Mm-hmm.
right? And when you look at the guy, it was a motivational 5 a.m. workout
Mm-hmm.
where even after every workout, like I gave a motivation, just try to help people like, hey, what are you going through today? Let me try to motivate you. And it was really just about what's going on. It's your boy, Larice Peoples, right? In the morning, it's almost sound like a morning show, sort of. But that was just inspiration for other people to understand that, hey, you know what? You can get up, make the decision for your health because health is also the most important thing outside of your mindset. And then from there, when you talk about the brand is just about people just understanding how to connect with themselves and being able to create the life that they desire is almost, because people don't understand, like, you know what? I desire a healthy life. I desire a rich life. I desire, but not just desire, but actually do the work. Because a lot of time we make promises to ourselves that we don't keep.
Yeah.
So my motto is that if I make a promise to myself, I have to keep it. Because that allows me to set more concrete goals with myself. That allows me to be an example and a leader for everyone else. Because when like you said, when he said he's going to do something, he does it.
Yeah. That's
and
right.
a lot of time we break the promises to ourselves. So everything that I initiate, I try my best 100+% to basically complete.
Right.
And that's what the morning workout was. That's what the clothing brand was, as an inspiration for other people, letting them know that you can achieve things that you want in life. You just have to choose it.
And you just kept evolving and evolving and evolving. So you went from that to the brand, which I'm excited about because I watched this from different samples to just you weren't afraid to try new things. And I'm excited to see that because oftentimes in people's life, they're not always connected to people who are as outgoing as them, as creative as them, as spontaneous as them, as just a go-getter and not afraid to fail. And you did that, and then you transitioned into an author.
Yes.
Talk to us about the book.
The book is more about on habits. The one thing I didn't have going through college is based about helping you create the habits you need for success. And it is really geared towards high school students transitioning into college and to have a success in college. And I tell my story about how the lack of habits destroyed my life.
How the lack of habits destroyed my life. I think about certain lack of habits that I had coming up, but I'm so glad that I turned the corner. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, being broke does not look good on me. I'm gonna tell you. And if you have not turned the corner in your life, I hope that's something that Larice is saying today. I sound weird saying Larice. Like, we call him Reese.
Hey, get comfortable.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Get comfortable. Call me Reese.
Yeah, it's just weird. I don't say. Anyway, that's our family name for him. But let me just get back on schedule. Excuse me. Here's your book. You helping people, and they have to learn to be uncomfortable with being. They have to learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable so they can be comfortable. being broke just didn't look good on me. I'm sure it didn't look good on you. You were able to, get past through those things. You got this book. Now, talk to me about this school tour that you have launched.
So it's a speaking tour for kids, and it's really just about educating, engaging, and empowering students. And it's just me telling my story about how to overcome adversity with resilience, and just building a platform for kids to understand that it's okay to be different. But if you want to change, you have to change your mindset and how you believe about yourself. You have to stop having the imposter syndrome, saying I'm something but I'm really not, or you have to surround yourself around people that actually care about you. And I say care about you because if they care about you, they're always in your corner, praising you and helping you get to your overall goals. But this tour is really just to empower kids. It's to empower schools, because it doesn't only affect the kids, but it also affects the staff.
Right.
Because, through my leadership programs and through my workshop, which actually complements the tour, to help kids understand that, hey, there are tools and resources that you can receive, or if you actually obtain, to help you become a greater person and not basically go through survival mode all life. And, you got people in their 30s and 40s, still in their 50s, 60s, still in survival mode because they didn't make a choice.
Right.
And that choice is say, hey, let me have a growth mindset. Let me choose me over choosing everyone else. So the tour is really just about educating, empowering, and engaging kids about the ability and the possibilities of life, of their potential success.
I hope everyone's enjoying the show. But listen, I need for you to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel. Please do it for your boy, Harold Lefty Williams. Now back to the show. I think our grandmother would be so proud. God rest her soul. Grandma Gathers would be so proud. She's my boys.
Yeah.
She would be so proud to see the positive things, the positive change that we're trying to create in the earth and keep going. Super duper excited. Shift gears a little bit. How did you know that marketing was going to be your field? Because you got a master's in marketing.
Yeah.
So if it's anything else, if you don't know how to do anything else, you know how to market something. So those of you who are looking for someone who needs help and to be to what's the word I'm looking for, to do some consulting.
Yeah.
You definitely want to reach out to Larice, because he definitely can piece the whole thing together, and you just continue to evolve. There's nothing that you can't do. But how'd you know that this was it for you? I'm going to switch and I'm going to marketing.
How marketing was for me?
Yeah, how'd you know that? Because you even had, at one point in time, you had an amazing magazine that was going well out here. But
yeah.
How'd you know that marketing was the right fit for you? Like, this is the lane that I'm going to go. Because I feel like marketing, it helped you then to where you are now with everything else that you're doing. Okay, here's what I'm going to do with the book. Here's what I'm going to do on tour. Here's what I'm going to do with this. How'd you know, like, this was the small piece to the whole puzzle that you needed to where you are today?
I felt like when in my marketing phase, definitely because of the magazine, but it really gave me an understanding of how things work, how to build a brand, how to connect with people. And that's what the marketing piece really gave to me. How do I connect with people and understanding, like, what is it that they want? How to touch them emotionally. And that's the biggest thing, where it's about marketing is about, how can I touch you emotionally?
Right.
How can I make it feel like that's a part of me? And so that's what the marketing aspect did. And so with everything that I do now, it's just about connecting on people's level and connecting with them emotionally. And so that's why when you talk about the clothing brand, it actually had the tagline is basically create the life that you desire. When you talk about the tour, it's about engaging, empowering, and educating people. When you talk about creating habits, it's about breaking the cycle
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you talk about when I think about leadership and education, it's just really thinking about empowering people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so marketing is the greatest piece to my success,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like if you don't understand it, you're missing out.
It's true. That's true. And first of all, shout out to the shirt you're wearing. So let's get a close up on that, please. Thank you, Dave. Shout out to Dave, everybody. Real quick, I'm gonna pause. We're gonna come back to the shirt.
Uh-huh.
Dave hooked me up with this amazing latte. You have no clue. I'm talking about phenomenal. Shout out to Third Wheel. We definitely giving a huge shout out to Third Wheel. Back to the lifestyle. That shirt is phenomenal, man. Dope styles. We got a close up on that. Cool. We could. Lifestyle brand. I'm proud of you on that. Let's switch gears a little bit. We're gonna come to sports. Now, here's the thing. Please don't get upset with me. So, my cousin is a football player by nature. He loves basketball, and he's definitely gonna play defense. He's not afraid to guard anybody on the court. But the problem we have with football players, and all the basketball players know, when a football player guards you, they're guarding you like a football player, like it's football. So most of the time, you trying to move, and they like, wait,
We can let you know, and we have to make ourselves a little big.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like, So needless to say, when we play, he on my team. You know what I mean? But you always roll me back and you be like, bro, relax. Get to your spot. You got this. Even when hooping, you coaching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got the opportunity to coach in Woodland Hills with some young kids as an assistant coach. Talk about who it's with, the coach, and how has that impact shaped your mind with what you want to do and what you're currently doing with youth, period?
I had two coach opportunities. One was at Van Nuys High School.
I do remember that.
With the kids for the freshmen. And currently it's with Team Chance out in Woodland Hills. Two different dynamics, because you think about high school students versus like the kids at Team Chance is more from like the 8 to like 14 right now. Right. And so coaching high school kids is really just getting them to understand not just the value in them, but getting them to listen and getting them to understand that you're not the most important person on the team. And Van Nuys was unique because they never had anybody to talk to them in a nice manner. We wasn't one of those coaches who yelled and everything, but we really try to basically instill value in them as far as what they was good at, talking to them as like young individuals and helping them understand that we're here to help you and motivate you in a positive way. So it was more like a lot of positive reinforcement for them, because of what they wasn't getting at home.
Right.
They came to us as if we was like that second father to them, because we was nurturing, we motivated them, we taught them, we taught them like tools of life, the things I didn't have in high school. When I was in high school, those are the things I was giving those students.
That's good.
It's because of creating habits, being disciplined, thinking about life beyond high school, and getting them to project their future and just constantly just pouring into them. Like kids are just coming to us, like even the kids graduate, they're like, thanks, coach. I will see them walking, I'll see them like, thanks, coach. Like, you helped me get on the right path because I didn't think about life in this perspective.
I remember all of my coaches. Shout out to Mike Myers, who is I believe he's a sergeant now in the police department, Jersey City Police Department. When I was 10 years old, I had holes in my shoes. He picked me up for basketball practice. And he reached in the back of the seat of his car, purple neon car. Mike, I am shocked. Shame on you for driving the purple neon. But anyway, he reached in the back seat of his car and he pulls out a shoebox and he's like, here, put those on. I'm like, huh? Those are for you. That meant everything to me because he was showing me that he cared. And he said to me, if you rebound for me, and you play defense, you're going to play. And I couldn't see that because the team at the time around me were all better than me offensively.
Mm-hmm.
I was 10 years old. He kept his word. He'd take me to the foul line, and he'd line me up and show me how to shoot it properly. And I used to shoot all the way back here like this with the two hands, and it'd go over the basket. Horrible, horrible, horrible. And so I want to say to people, don't despise small beginnings, because if you take what you have, be faithful with what you have, and take what you have, and then watch the people around you and appreciate the fact that they're pouring into you. Mm-hmm. Growth is bound to happen. It's undeniable. As we get ready to wrap this thing up, I cannot let you go. We already talked sports, right? Talked about those things. I cannot let you go without talking about your top five. Your top five of all time. This might be sports. This might be basketball, or this might be people.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's better, since it's Larice Peoples, that we give the top 5 greatest people of all time in your life. I like that.
First I had to give my mom.
Mm-hmm.
She
shout out to Aunt Linda. Shout out to my auntie. That's my daddy, big sister. Shout out to auntie. Love you.
Yeah, I had to give my mom. Definitely raising 4 kids. Mm-hmm. She did a good job. She did an amazing job. She allowed me to kind of see life from a bigger perspective, mm-hmm. right? I had to give my pastor, Reverend Massengale. Mm-hmm. I had to give my first grade teacher, mm-hmm. Mr. Carter.
Your teacher, first grade teacher, was better than mine. I'm gonna give her a shout out too, but for the wrong reasons. Shout out to Miss Benyon. She sat there and told I was friends with this white boy. His name was Patrick. Cool white boy. We're 6-year-olds, right? And she tells him, Miss Benyon is a black lady. This is important, mm-hmm. right? She could have took the time to make a deposit. She did make a deposit, but it wasn't a positive one. She told Patrick, don't speak to him. Don't hang out with him. He ain't gonna be nothing. Mm. I promise God. That's what she said.
Wow.
So shout out to my first grade teacher too, but for the wrong reasons. Anyway, sorry to let's repeat your first grade teacher to end on a positive note. We're gonna stay on the positive. You gotta coordinate. Go ahead, you got it.
I would say Mr. Carter, it was good. He kind of just gave me focus and kind of reeled me in, because I was a kid at a young age where they were considered like ADHD, couldn't
mm-hmm.
sit still and everything. And he just kind of blessed me with the gift, is telling me that I'm just kind of unique in my own way, never change who I am as a person, right? And I would say, you definitely in it, Lefty.
Oh, me? You know, hold up. Let me, I got to prop the collar a little bit. Let me sit up. Me?
Yeah, you know.
Who me?
Yeah, I appreciate you so much, because you pour
man.
so much positivity in myself, and, you know, the continuous growth. Like, you're my motivation. No matter how much you may think I'm your motivation, but you motivate me in so many ways you don't even know. You know, and I appreciate that also. And then another good friend is Eric Whipple. Again, basketball guy, very humble guy. Him and his family has definitely been an extension of my family to help keep me positive and help me keep me the person that I am.
That's what you call its wife.
Donya's
husband. That's Donya's.
That's Donya's husband.
Yep. Go ahead.
Those are my 5. My mom, my pastor, Mr. Carter, my first grade teacher, who's my cousin, my best friend, and my best friend Eric.
Oh, that's dope. Listen, I have a brand new book that's getting ready to come out. It's called The Art of Rebounding. It's about positioning, persistence, and purpose. It's going to change your life forever. It's going to help you bounce back, and you're going to be able to reclaim your next chapter. Join the waiting list today at theartofrebounding.com. Listen, I appreciate it, man. I think that everybody needs somebody, and we're not going to despise anything that you've done. So I'm gonna put a bow on this, and then I'll get you to look into the camera and encourage somebody. But let me take the time right now to say, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you may be going through, your past only becomes your residence when you decide to stay there. Now, you have an option. you can move out. You can move on past that. If you choose to stay there, then it becomes your forever. Don't let no one judge you based off of the chapter that they decided to read, right? Because that's not the end of your story. You're constantly, every day you wake up, you're creating new chapters of your life, and don't allow people to do those things to you, because at the end of the day, your story is not over until it's done, right? And you're not done. You were built for more. You were made for more, and you got this. What would you say to someone who is a minor, who has been going through some things and hanging out with the wrong crowd? They've been through some things, and they may have had the same response from their teacher that I had. You know, my first grade teacher, said I wasn't gonna be nobody. That was not your experience. You just put your first grade teacher in your top 5.
Yeah.
What do you say to somebody who is dealing with an educator who is giving them the experience that I had? What would you say? How do they turn those wheels? How do they turn it around? How do they get to where they need to be?
First, I would just tell them, find a positive support system. It could be another teacher. It could be a counselor, because my counselor actually was a positive impact on me also. Just someone who's willing to hear your voice and having them pour positivity and letting them know that, hey, I'm struggling. And that's the biggest thing, is that people struggle in silence. But we have to learn how to be more open about the things that we struggle with. So if you are that first grader and the teacher told you, hey, you're never going to be anything, don't believe that person. Believe in yourself, believe in your ability, and understand that you have the opportunity to achieve anything in your life, but you just have to believe in yourself and ask for help. Never be afraid to ask for help, because that secures you more in life, because there's a lot of people who are willing to help. Because I feel like the educators now is totally involved in the younger kids, and we have so many resources now than what we had in the 80s and 90s. So we just have to understand is that, how can I get help? Who can help me? How do I continue to believe in myself? And read. Change that fixed mindset to a growth mindset, and always continue to believe in your ability to succeed in life.
Man, that's dope. You heard it from my cousin, my brother, Larice Peoples. Bro, thank you so much for being on the show. I really value. I appreciate you. Let the people know how they can get in contact with you.
You can follow me on Instagram at I am Larice People. It has all my links in the bio. Also connect with me on thepeoplesuccess.com.
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 I told you, man, you for the people. It's for the people.
And, that's my consulting leadership company. But literally, you can hear me. You can get motivated on IamLaricePeople.com. I am Larice People at IG. Daily motivation, daily posts to encourage people. I think we might bring the 5 a.m. workout again.
You need to. I thought it was dope. I was the one looking at it rather than being like, yeah, I'll get to the gym at 9.
As long as you got there, that's all that matters.
I was working out and work out with you all the time.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, listen. That's it for the Art of Rebounding. Remember, the fall isn't what defines you. It's how you rise that writes your legacy. Whether you're rebounding from a loss, recentering your purpose, or just learning how to stand again, know this: you're not alone. You were made for more. You were built to bounce back. Until next time, keep showing up, keep positioning yourself, keep pushing with purpose, because your rebound, it's not just coming, it's already in motion. Find me on social media at Lefty Williams 42 on all platforms. I love to hear more about your comebacks and see how you were able to position yourself. Please like, share, comment this episode. Please like, share, comment this episode. All it takes is for one person to share it with 5 people. That's all. All right. Till next time, always remember, dare to dream.